Hey everybody, so today I got my first COVID test. And I got my first COVID test because I'm going back to work tomorrow with Philadelphia Orchestra. And it was interesting. It was at the University of Pennsylvania, so I walked over. It's actually one of the furthest places I've been since this pandemic began in March. And it's so neat being around the city because there are lots of people around again. It's almost looking normal-ish again, which is weird because when this all first went down right here in the middle of Philadelphia, it was really, really quiet. But I got to the hospital and walked in. I got my temperature checked right when I walked in. Went up an escalator, then I went into the room where I started to see some of my colleagues, some other people in the orchestra, some people I haven't seen in many months. I saw all of us wearing our masks. I recognized them even with the masks on. Did the paperwork, and then I waited. And then we waited, and then we waited. It was a long wait. So there was some backlog. But I eventually got in and it was fine. And I have a taste of what it was like getting the test. So finally my name was called and I got in the room and it was with a woman named Shakita and she was super, super sweet. She made it very, very easy and it was up the nostril, but it wasn't like way up the nostril. They weren't trying to like relieve an itch on my brain. Like it was just up enough that made me like squirm, mainly because it was just uncomfortable to have something that far up your nose, but it wasn't like stupid far, so it was fine. I'm back outside and I survived my first COVID test. It was tickly. I wish I had blown my nose ahead of time because it was actually, I didn't know, it was kind of gross. So I left the testing site, went back to the University of Pennsylvania, but I walked on South Street and took the South Street Bridge back into the city. And what I loved about it is because it's the first time I've taken this camera on a field trip. So I was able to get a few pictures of the Philadelphia skyline. And we just got all this rain from the tropical storm yesterday, and there was some bad damage. A few tornadoes were dropped in the area, so some bad damage. But anyway, the river is very swollen. The Schuylkill River, look that up and say it 10 times fast. But the Schuylkill River is swollen and very dirty looking. You can look up and then see the skyline, and I just love to see how much the skyline of Philadelphia has changed since I started here in Philadelphia 21 years ago as a student, which is crazy, but a lot of the buildings in that picture did not exist back then. So as I was walking, I was vlogging for the first time, and I'm not gonna lie, it's very awkward. I've seen a few videos. It's awkward to walk around with the camera pointed at you, talking to it. This is very interesting because I'm just walking and I am vlogging, and I guess this is what vlogging is. Y'all tell me, is this what? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at I'm not supposed to do that. That's a vlogging rule, like number 1. Don't look at yourself look at the camera. There you go, now I'm looking at you. How's that? So I am vlogging. This is what vlogging is. I am walking down the street. These beautiful side streets in Philadelphia are great, nice and quaint. And hope to be home soon because this is kind of a long walk. So I did it kind of in an alley and I turned a corner and then there were these people there and it was really awkward and I tried to like play it off, but I was really embarrassed and it was strange. That was a strange experience. So I just saw some people and it was very embarrassing, and they say that's another rule. You aren't supposed to be embarrassed when walking by. Whatever, it was fine. But hope you got a sense of the day. You can get a sense of the feel of the city. Tonight I played for the Philadelphia Virtual Music Festival, and it's in support of raising money for the musicians, the freelance musicians in Philadelphia who have gone many, many months without work. So today was their 50th show. I played a spiritual called Walk With Me, and I had a great conversation with John Fink, who is a cellist and realtor. He actually sold me my place here in Philadelphia. And that went really, really well. And what was great about that is the fact that these musicians jumped on something and they jumped on it real fast. And even hearing them talk at the end, they didn't realize how much of a difference it would make in their life in this age of COVID. And I love that because it's amazing what happens when we use our gifts in this way to help others, which I will always, always advocate for, and it's something that I talk about with my nonprofit Project for 40 all the time, and something we want all our young people to do and to think about. So that went well. I'm actually going to quickly change and go to the gym, get my workout in, and then I'll be done. Nope, not done for the day. I will do some quiet practice so I'm not completely embarrassing myself in front of my colleagues tomorrow when we play our music. So that was my day, and I hope you all had a great day, and I'll talk to you later.